welcome back. And hey, if you're new here, thanks for checking out the channel. I'm Trent, this is Trent's Treasure Hunts, and today we are not out metal detecting, but we are out rock hounding. I'm out with Port Moody Rock and Gem Club, and we are looking for pyrophyllite right now. And then our second stop, we're looking for quartz crystals. So follow along and see what we can find. Well, before we go any further, let me say that any confidence that I have coming across in this video is completely misguided, because I have no competence when it comes to rock and gem. I've been trying to learn a little bit. I've been going out with the club for about a year now, and every field trip I learn something new. So today we're supposed to be looking for some pyrophyllite, and I gotta tell you, we went to the wrong spot. We thought we were in the right spot. We were actually a little bit further along, which turned out to be the spot where we look for the quartz crystals. So we arrived at the spot and quickly figured this out. And the highway has these huge medians down the center. There was no going back. So we decided to head up the hill and look for rock crystals. And the first thing we saw was this beautiful beast. Try that again. Beautiful beast. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. You know you're out of the big city when you start to see the deer. Anyways, from this point, we had a bit of a hike. So up the hill we went, and well, there were rocks on the ground, and I was with rock hounds, so needless to say, we were walking up the hill, looking down at the rocks. Well, it's quartzite. You decide. One thing about getting out of doors, it sure is pretty. This is one of the great things about treasure hunting, is you end up finding all these amazing spots in your backyard. Look at that view. A pretty round rock. Maybe a quartzite. Might do good in a tumbler. Might come out nice and shiny and polished. Maybe I'll keep that one. Yep, definitely a good tumbler rock. And that's what I like to do. I like to tumble my rocks. I got a rock tumbler. I really enjoy that. And that's about the extent of my knowledge of rocks. Okay, maybe I know a little bit more than that, but not extensive. Anyway, we had reached the top, and it was time to get down to the river. But the river with the crystals was just a little bit below us. So, well, we're just doing a little bushwhacking, but we have the creek, and we believe this could be the Crystal Creek, so we're going to check it out. Well, once you reach the creek, you got two choices. You can work your way down the creek, or you can work your way up the creek. I worked my way down the creek. I didn't find any crystals, but the guys that went up the creek... Check this out, guys. Now that's a piece of quartz. Nice one. What else have you got? Here, let's take a look. Oh, look at that.
That one is crazy. That's
cool. A beauty. Nice.
So I guess you're not gonna bring it to Germany. So
maybe the red one. The red one's cool.
But here you see the structure of the quartz. It looks like glass.
Look at that. Beautiful. Really nice. So we can get this one in the sun.
I'm glad you guys are happy.
Hold the red one up, Peggy.
Oh, a mosquito is biting me right now.
Yeah, there's a few mozzies. All right, let's take a look at these in the sunshine. Well, they were in the sunshine until Hilmar decided to give me a little shade.
Wow.
Ah, look at these. Look at that. Nice.
Only from very small bits.
It's a little rusty. But absolutely fabulous crystals. Nice. All right, well that was worth some bushwhacking. Off in the distance, the mighty Fraser River. Nice. Well, at this point, we headed back to the vehicles and we decided to move a little further along the way. We ended up at a spot called Hurling Island. This place is just full of deposited rocks, as you'll see. Well, we have switched locations. We are now down at Hurling Island. Hurling Island's a great spot for rock hounding. There's tons of stuff down here. So, let's see how this pans out. And welcome to Hurling Island. If you walk around Hurling, you can see there are just rocks everywhere. And every last stinking one of them is covered up with Fraser River silt. You know, the fishermen with the old fish boats, wooden fish boats, use this to actually keep their boats afloat. When the season is off, they put their boats in the Fraser River, and all this silt that comes from the Fraser River gets into all the joints of all the boards, fills it up, and basically seals up the boat. Yeah, they call it Fraser River caulking. Anyway, so you can see it's a little challenging, but I have a trick that I like to use. All right, I get down to the riverside, try and find where there's a little bit of water movement, and we're gonna kick up some dust. We're just basically picking the rocks up, turning them over, because the bottom side don't have the silt on them. And you can just sit here and pick through and see what there is. And of course, if you're in a good spot that flows, you see the silt just washes away and you can just keep working a spot, taking a look at anything and everything you find. And, you know, today I'm just looking for some rocks to tumble. So, yeah, this kind of works. Try something else. There we go. I can get a hint of everything. That's another way to do it. Interesting. It may not look like much now, but I bet that's gonna tumble up really nice. Well, I'm pretty tuckered out. It's been a long day. I've hiked quite a bit, picked up a lot of rocks. And now we're heading back to the truck. I'm gonna dump out what I've pulled and sort of sort them into what I want to keep and what I don't. So let's do that. All right, guys, we are back at the truck. As you can see, I have a collection of rocks and they look pretty plain right now. And I want to know what they're gonna look like when they're polished. Oh. Now I'm in a position to pick and choose. Now, what shall I keep and what shall I let go? All right, full disclosure, I'm keeping them all. Well, guys, it was a great day out. It was beautiful and sunny. There was a little bit of a cooling breeze. It never really got too ridiculously hot. I almost forgot to show you the pyrophyllite. Hilmar had a couple of samples that he showed us, and I guess that's just going to have to be another trip. All right, well, this is what we were looking for.
And you didn't find.
And we didn't find.
Oh.
But we did find some pretty nice other stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah. So if you're interested in doing this sort of thing, do a Google search. Find your local rock club and get out into the woods, get out into the Rocky Mountains or whatever mountains you have near you, and get out and find some rocks and tumble them or polish them or do whatever you like. As always, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Until the next one, stay safe and we will see you then.